My big takeaway is that ex-auto sales, right, because we knew the car numbers were looking really good, that ex-auto sales, retail sales beat. What's your takeaway?
The take is, this is not a great indicator, by the way.
Okay.
To measure consumer strength. It was very strong. There wasn't anything very weak. I look at the report, very little to frown on, which is
a bit of a change lately.
For me, anyway, from my perspective. And yeah, you had four prior to this, you had 4 of the last 5 months that were negative or unchanged. Yeah. So it is a breath of fresh air, very positive. One of the things that you have to think of, though, is this is a goods-dominant report, okay? That is, we don't see services in this report except for restaurants.
Yeah.
Okay.
65% of what consumers spend in this country on services. You know, you're not going to see the hockey games. When you go to a hockey game,
you're not going to see your telephone bill in there either.
You're not going to see your phone bill. You're not going to see your gym membership. You're not going to see any of these things in here. And that's what we spend our money on. Taxi cabs, haircuts for those of us who have hair. But you're not going to see those things. But you do see a lot of goods. Yeah. And we are buying goods. We're buying non-durable goods. We're buying food. We're buying energy. We're buying some higher, some actually lower priced. And that's the difference. The other difference is not only are we spending more on service, or do we spend more on services, which is not really here, but you're seeing deflation in goods.
The basket of things we're buying.
That's correct. Except, and then on the services side, you're seeing inflation.
Okay, so Erik is willing to pay for front row Stanley Cup tickets, but he wants to go, I mean, not Erik, but he wants to buy the cheap, generic milk at the store.
Right, exactly.
No,
I know,
actually
not
completely
Erik.
the other way around. I want somebody to take me to Game 7, and I'll buy the better milk.
Hey, that's good.
No, but that is the point. The point is we will be willing to, you can see, what you reported this earlier today about the J. Crew situation. You know, we have this coupon mentality.
Okay, yes, there is a coupon mentality, and that has something to do with it. But what we don't know from J. Crew and some of these other retail stories that we've been following is how much of it is just a failure of management and strategy, and how much of it is, well, it's actually the same thing. It's failure of management and strategy to keep up with retail trends.
Well, the interesting thing is, when I said that goods prices are declining, I also meant this report, this retail sales report, is not adjusted for inflation. So economists have no idea to know whether or not it's prices falling or it's the volumes or quantity that people are buying.
I see.
So when you look at and you see clothing and accessory stores are up 1.5%, is it really up 8% if there's a deflationary trend of 6%?
So if this isn't a good read on consumer behavior, what is?
Well, the overall consumer expenditure report, which comes out a month delayed. Yeah. We like to look at this. This is not a bad report. It's just not. It's not going to show you the true reflection, which I think right now the economy is doing much better in the second quarter, especially with this. If you're buying durables, you're buying durables like
you're buying big
autos
items, autos, things for your home and tech. There was also a consumer comfort number out this morning showing a decline for the 9th straight week. Do you care about that?
Well, I think that's a reflection of higher gasoline prices, which we saw in this report, in the retail sales report, that is, as well as just basically a creeping up. Also, I think consumers are getting spooked and fearful about higher interest rates down the road.
Yeah,
starting to see that
10-year hit 250.
Yep, and you see that they reflect that. Consumers don't care about what's going on in Greece. Most Americans probably can't even find Greece on a map, but they certainly know how much they're paying, and they know if interest rates are headed higher.